Ooh, Marie, you got the thing, the membership that never comes to you. Hold on, the membership never comes to you at all. Brings, Dr. Brings, I need your help. You saw my lab results. You saw my healthy lab results. Oh my god, my body is sore. Nah, you're a doctor to me. Happy New Year's, Brings. Oh my god, we got so much to talk about today. My mind is racing, my body is aching. Oh man, hold on, I got water next to me because I'm gonna be coughing up a storm. At one point today, I got a story for y'all that involves any kids listening. Gotta mute me for a bit because I will be cursing for a second. For the inflection of the story. Oh man, I hope you all. Oh my, I still haven't fixed the zoom in thing yet. Dang it! All right, on to the game. Naru, ayo, how's it going, Naru? Hold on, we are currently on Danny's Island, who is also live. I need to find a trash can. I got tired last stream of all this here. Breaking. So, oh, that's what I forgot. Hold on, I think that's what I need to do. The vaulting pole was on the bottom left. I'm trying to go off of muscle memory, and the slingshot was the top left. Mama cat! Pirate trunk activated. Arg. I hope you all are doing well and you are all excited for the update. I'll be honest, yours truly was not paying attention to the update. Apparently Nintendo released other stuff. I don't know what that is. Feel free to spoil it in chat. But hope you all are doing well. Okay. First things first. Anybody knows Danny's Island know where the trash can is? I'm actually trying to keep myself organized for the first time ever in 2026. I just need a bloody trash can on this bloody island. So, where is something big too? Not one of those small, dinky little trash cans. Let's see here. But happy Saturday to you all. I do have a question. Because the update is releasing on such an awkward day, and I know everybody, their brothers, their sisters, their moms, their cousin, everybody's gonna be streaming next Thursday. Should I be, oh my god, we can walk onto water. Should I be part of that crazy mix, or would y'all just rather wait till Saturday? Because if it's a Thursday stream, I want to tell you right now, it's gonna be late in the day. Because I am working that day. Or we can hold off till Thursday. Christian! Krista! Sorry, I don't know why I said Christian. Krista! Krista 30, how are you doing? How are you doing on this lovely sore day? Saturday, no need to rush. Yeah, I think I might just do a little... Honestly, what I think I might do on Thursday, I'm gonna call Krista Christian. By accident so many times. I've done that with students working in education. Oh my god, why did I think this was Donald Trump's face for a second? Trump, y'all, if y'all have not been paying attention to news, whether you care or hate Trump, he's been all over the news. And I thought this was Donald Trump's face for a second. Half my feed, it's just been Donald Trump, and the other half feed, it's just been Animal Crossing. I thought this was Trump's face for a second. Nintendo Bratty, what's going on? I don't care enough about my island before the update because I'm investing more time to my projects, like developing a new game. Ooh, new game as a diploma project and network. Listen, you go, you Naru. I'll be honest, I don't know much about the update other than what I've seen on the trailer. And where in the heck is the trash can? Danny's Island has to have a trash can somewhere. If not, we'll go default bin at my island. Because I do want to get this started. Nintendo, I hope you are doing well. Or would you prefer to be called Bradley? Hey, there's the bin. Okay, hold on. We got... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pick this garbage bin. Because it's much more obvious than the other one. All right, so I'm gonna put that bin all the way at the bottom, and I finally got my loadout. Sword. Wait. Who are you and what did you do with katana? Is that an imposter? Sword, when did you change your name? If this is the sword I'm thinking about. If this is the sword I've ever met in person. Or is this an imposter? Hold on. New year, new sword. Yeah, hold on. Name changes screw me up. I don't think y'all realize how bad name changes screw me up, because when I teach and kids come up with nicknames everywhere, I forget half of the time. I had one child in my classroom years ago, had a nickname, a new nickname every week. And as someone that tried to be a good educator, I try to keep up. And at one point I said, screw it. I called him nickname. That child has so many nicknames, like 6 weeks into the school year. I said, screw it. I'm calling you nickname. Because you have you change your nicknames way too often. Sword? What did that happen? I need the backstory. Marshall Simmons. Wait. Hold on. Sword Slays was Katana Crossing. I swore Marshall was Marshall Simmons. Were you always Marshall 55? I'm so confused. I've lost track of everybody's names at this point. Or am I just imagining things? Angel, you're very welcome. I hope you are doing well. I'm going crazy with everybody's names. For those that are not in the Discord, I just want to share something personal with you all while we fly back to the island. Hold on, we'll talk about this in a hot second. Hold on. Let me show the game. I just want to make sure it's not going to show anything on Discord. Okay. If you are on Discord, those that do not know, just a personal touch to the stream right now. Marie the Great. Oh, that's what oh, not as active lately since. Oh, I'm sorry, Angel. Well, when you're ready to talk, let me know. My DMs are always open. And true, this is for anybody that lost anybody, including pets. If you ever need a vent, let me know. Especially for someone that have, unfortunately, we've all, well, fortunately, experienced loss at one point. If you ever want to share a funny story, because usually most people do get to that point where after you get angry, sad, and everything, you get to the point where you can actually talk happily about them and their good memories. If you ever want to share, Angel, let me know. I'm always open. As long as you can DM me on Discord. I don't check any of my other social medias as much as I should. If anybody here is a doctor, yeah, I got a wake up call. I get my physical once a year. My results have it's always been green. So if you're not a doctor, just know that anything red is really, really bad. And feel free to Google this stuff. Yeah, I'm at risk of a heart attack. I'm 38. My doctor said, at your age, you should not be at this. Health advice for anybody watching that's young. In 2024, I worked out. And before y'all knew who I was in 2020, before Animal Crossing was a thing, I was actually a legit bodybuilder. I was actually a bodybuilder. I actually had six-pack abs. I had that physique. I was actually buff. In 2025, stress on stress on stress on stress. I did not work out, and most of my food was McDonald's. I was like, I knew my health wasn't the best, but dang, my health got tanked. So yesterday, I did my first workout in ages, and I walked, I'm very proud, 3 miles in 2 hours. And today, this morning, that's why the stream was 11:15 instead of 11 o'clock, I did a 2-mile walk. So in total, we did over 5 miles. Everything else is okay though. Surprisingly, everything else is okay. It's just my cholesterol is high. So I don't know, but you know, my first thought was, you know how Animal Crossing, has the workout you can do at the bulletin board? I said I'm about to be the first Animal Crossing streamer where we do workouts every morning. Just morning workout stretches before my W's. If y'all ever just lose me one day, it was most likely a heart attack at this point. If y'all ever wondered, where the hell has Shrug been? We haven't heard for days, and it turns into weeks, and then it turns into months. It's like, we haven't heard from Trog for a while. Message me on Discord, don't get a response. Message me on social media, don't get a response. That meant my cholesterol got to me. Oh, man. Brittany, how are you doing? Brittany, I'm not healthy. Marshall, it is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all ever watch the Hunger Games? And you know, like, how the districts live versus the capital? With the Switch 2, I feel like I'm experiencing the capital life. Oh, Brittany, you have to see my... Hold on. Because Brittany came in late. Brittany, do you know? This is my blood results. This right here is the biggest red flag. Anything over 150 is high. I'm at 267 for triglyceride. I'm not gonna lie, I did it myself. I ate nothing but McDonald's last year, so I'm not surprised with the results. So this year, that's my New Year's resolution, and I genuinely do need to keep for my doctor's orders. I actually do need to actually eat healthy. All the doctors, because I talked to my doctor, I talked to my friend that's married to a doctor, everyone is in agreement. Exercise is healthy and important, but in my case, food. Diet is the biggest issue. I was not fasting at all, Brings. I did look back at, because I take pictures. I don't know who here in chat does this, but I take pictures of my food I eat. I can tell you right now, in December, I ate over 40 donuts, 2 dozen cookies, and that's just the basic snacks. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised my glucose was actually low. So let me be an example to eat healthy for everyone in chat. I don't care how old you are, eat healthy. Their Coke is yummy sort. Oh man, my LDL can be raised. I got the whole health lesson. If you look at my YouTube history, the day before yesterday, it's nothing but health stuff. Sheila, thank you so much. I love the Switch 2. I actually have, if I can show y'all. So we're gonna talk about this in a second today. I actually have a to-do list, and one thing I do want to test out is probably gonna be off. Maybe I should do it on stream. If anybody here has a Switch 2, and I'm hoping the 3.0 update brings enough new people with the Switch 2 to chat, to have everyone fly over and just to do some crazy stuff on island, see if they can crash the island with 12 players. I want to see if the Switch 2 can handle it, or if it's a Nintendo Online issue. That's all I'm hoping. I did activate Nintendo Online again. Do you have high blood pressure? So yes, on the first measure, but after I calmed down, because I was talking and I, walk around a lot, it became normal. Like the doctor said it was okay. He'll give you hypertension. What does that mean? What does that mean, Sword? Read Michael Pollan. He'll help. Who's that? Sounds like a plant guy. Michael Pollan. Michael Pollan. It is. It does sound like a plant guy. All right, I got that on my to-do list there. I have high cholesterol, so me and Brittany are best friends. I knew me and Brittany clicked the second we met. It's hard not to eat cook. It is very hard, Mama Cat. If y'all worked with me, just know I am the devourer at my office. What that means is if there's food and there's leftover food and nobody wants to eat it and you don't want to go to waste, give it to Tron. Because I'll eat anything. The TLRD Tron, cut off a bit more of the sugary stuff, exercise, and it should lower the triglycerides. Yeah, Brings. I ate just you want to know what my diet was yesterday? Brings a bag of baby carrots, two Greek yogurt that's vanilla plain because I was told that, and then I got a Greek chicken Caesar salad, two bananas, and a spoon of peanut butter. I'm actually trying to eat healthy. I fight about blood pressure too. They measure me when I first walk in after walking a mile. Oh my god, Brie, I hate when they do that. Eat lean protein, more veggies, and at least 1 to 2 hours. Yeah, Brings, I am Wing ALK every single day. Now I want yogurt so bad. So my goal is to get my blood test done in not January, in June, at the halfway through the year, and see how we go. But update for y'all about the calendar. This should be ready soon. I'm not gonna lie, there have been so many villagers, and I still have to range everybody. And what I ended up doing was, because I didn't want to leave out the non-villagers. I did not want to leave out the non-villagers. I actually threw in the NPCs that aren't villagers, like what's his face name, and KK, and this girl. There are people I don't know. It's on here. Like the Gyroid's birthday is on August 28th. Magnolia, good morning. Forgot. Hey, let's go. I'll be honest, I don't even know how to fix my name if I need to. I got white dust syndrome bad, so I take my blood pressure at home and text it and email it. Oh, that's smart, actually, Sheila. That's very smart. I miss so much. What is this calendar? I am making, so anybody in chat, if you want to be part of this, I don't know. This is going to be a physical calendar I'll mail to most of people. A lot of people. Not everybody. But on this calendar, it's going to be... It's one of those calendars where you can hang, because there is a hole here. You can put your nail through it. And it will be a picture of half of the head of the villager and NPC. And next to them are going to be names of everyone in our community that I can try and get. That's why I put the community post up. So if you want to put your name and your birthday in chat, I'll try to put your name on here. I'm trying to get other streamers' name on here, like Marcel's mom is on here. And then yeah. The only issues I'm trying to, this is obviously AI generated. What I think I'm going to try to do is maybe next Saturday with a 3.0 update, we could get what you call it? Maybe some of us to come in and take pictures and pose for different times of the year. And then that can be like the cover picture. But there, most of them should look like this. So if y'all want to put your birth names and birthdays on here. So here's I have a legal question. Because obviously Nintendo owns these villagers, right? And I don't need to make a profit. Like, I'm in streaming to just try to give everyone a break from life, because I'm sure you've all seen the amazing, lovely stuff that's going on in the news. I just want the streams to be like a little break from reality and give y'all a laugh. I don't know how this would fully work if because I think to order a calendar print with Canva, it is $23. Oh, y'all can't see it. Hold on. Let me move this over here. There we go. It is $23. Honestly, how much trouble would I get if I just said, hey, if you give me 23 bucks, give me your address, I'll send this to you? At cost, I don't need to make a profit. But legally speaking, well, how much trouble will I get into? Because I was gonna, with 23 bucks, I was gonna send it to like 4 people, because that's within my budget. Any more than that, I think people need to be like, oh, would that work if you quote unquote donate $23 to me? No, do not do that right now, because I still have to put this together. But like when the calendar is ready, right? If people want it, could you just donate 23 and then I mail it to you? Or can you do that? I just don't want. Okay, here's the issue with my Canva link. It's my personal account, and you're gonna get my email. And my email is my full government name. That's the only issue, Magnolia. I have no problem sharing it. I just don't know. I work way too much lately. I'm taking a week. Oh, Marcel, I am so proud. You deserve it. You deserve the week off. That's the only issue, Magnolia. I would gladly share this with everybody. It's just it has my like full name. Like it has my if you don't know, this is what my email is. So Trong is my name, right? Or technically it's Jung. That's how you say it in Vietnamese. When I became a US citizen in 3rd grade, there's a lady that said, no, I need an American name. So she said my name should be John. I don't know what happened to that paperwork. So my name's still Trong on the US paperwork stuff. So all you ICE agents out there, I am a US legal citizen. But but my email is John Trong, and then my middle name, and then my last name. So it's like my full-blown name. Fox Google address and download. What does that mean? What does that mean? Genuinely, I don't know what that means, Magnolia. What? Oh, you mean March is? I think I got you for Marshall. Yep, you're here. The 24th. I think I got almost everybody in chat, but if you're Sword, when's your birthday again? I'll put your birthday in here. I don't even remember who I put in here or I didn't. Sword Slays. I love the new name change. And the picture. I just noticed the picture. So this is July 19th. Hold on. All right, Sword, you are sharing it with that villager and that thingy. I forgot the name of it. So some names, if your name is really long, unfortunately, it's gonna get shortened. So I'm putting Sword there. I will see if I can download this and save it to like a Google file and have everyone just, you know, print it themselves. Like a streamer Google account that people could go to. Oh. I didn't think about that. Magnolia, hold on, I want to print that message. So I don't forget that. Yeah, because I'll like send it to like 4 people that can't afford like the $23. And then maybe like 1 or 2 supporters that have been helping me over the time. And then everyone else would just have to order it themselves. Oh, don't worry, I'll only respond to Sword. So, update coming out next Thursday. I'll probably be in a lot of chat just listening to everyone, seeing what what's everyone learning. And then on Saturday, this is what my plan is today, to actually erect this little line here, because for the Lost race, the teams are going to be next to each other so you can see each other's flowers, but you won't be able to go through their fences. So you have to go around. And I think for the twist for this Lost race is everyone has no items, so you have to actually build stuff. So there's going to be puzzles around the island like the Crunchy races. So you have to actually build and stuff and then find the flowers and then plant them, and if there's time left, steal. So it's not too much focus on stealing. It's more puzzle solving and getting the flowers over. We have Canva at work. I have not been able to fall in love with it. Oh, if you ever need a lesson, I love Canva. Let me know. That's actually before I made an Animal Crossing channel. I was gonna make like a Canva guide channel on how to navigate and use all this stuff. All right. Oh, wait. All right. We are back on the island. So this is what I'm gonna do real quick. We are gonna flatten everything so we can prep for the map over there. So I have a quick story for y'all to give y'all a laugh. It does involve cursing. Because I don't think the story's gonna hit the same without the cursing. Those that don't know. Are you gonna put teams in a pit on a tier? I'm still debating about that, Magnolia. We'll decide that today. Because what I want to do right now is flatten everything real quick. And then we're gonna put out the fences and then lay out everything. So make sure everything's, you know, equal. So those that don't know, story time for y'all. I work at a college. and every single story I'm gonna share with y'all today happened this week to give you a time frame of everything. So when I work at a college, while we're, you know, doing all the terraforming here. So at the college I work at, our school starts early. So most colleges, if you look at the calendar, they start around like the end of January, early February. But our school, we actually start next week. So, you know, it's normal for students to transfer schools and everything. Naru, thank you for coming by. Enjoy your sleep. I know it's super late for you. That's one thing I also have to work on is sleep. I found out through all the health stuff I've read that lowering your cholesterol involves getting sleep, and I only slept like 4 hours a day. So, to give y'all a laugh, I had to call students, part of my job, to remind them, hey, you haven't registered. Let's get you registered. So I have phone numbers of all the students on files, like their home phone, their parents' phone, their cell phone, yada yada, right? So imagine Krista. And let's say Krista and Brittany are family. Actually, no. We're gonna say Naru instead. Krista and Naru. Because the person I picked up was a little boy. So So let's say I called Brings, remind Brings. Brings like, oh yeah, you're right. Here, I'll register right now. Cool. Next student. I call Krista. So I pulled up Krista's account on the system. Got her phone number. Called Krista and it's ringing. And I guess Krista, because I don't know how y'all handle it, but do y'all pick up the phone when it's like an unknown number? So like for me, I ignore spam calls. I ignore any unknown numbers, right? So what Krista did, so Krista's my student right now. What Krista ended up doing was saving my number. So that way when I call, Krista would pick up on her phone, which is, smart. So she saved it as, obviously, Trung, because that's my name. She could have saved it as the University of whatever that I work at, right? So it's Trung. I'm gonna put a big disclaimer right now. If you are a kid, do not listen to this, because I am gonna curse. Instead of Krista, when I called, Krista's little brother picked up. In this case, Naru picks up. Naru picks up the phone. Naru is, I'm guessing by the tone of the voice, Naru is maybe 7, maybe 8 years old tops. Clearly did not hit puberty yet. I do have a little brother who's like, oh, perfect. Krista's little brother picks up the phone. This is one of the few times you're gonna hear me curse on stream here. The kid says, ain't I cool? When I pick up the phone, I didn't even get a chance to say hello yet. Rings twice. Kid picks up the phone. I think it was Krista. This is so racist. I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but I was angry, I was sad, I was pissed off, I was everything all at once because I didn't know how to respond to this. The kid, so Trung shows up on the phone. Krista's little brother Naru picks up. Naru's like, Ching Chong mother effer. Ching Chong mother effer. I don't want no Chinese food, and hangs up the phone. I didn't know how to respond to that. I was like, do I call back? I was like, yo. Like, what would y'all say today? I was stunned that it came out of this tiny little voice. If I could imitate it, it was like, ching chong. Oh, I didn't know how to respond to that. I told my boss, I was like, do I call back? The ways my dad would have punted me to the moon. So I ended up doing just emailing Chris. I was like, hey, we need to talk. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was not prepared for that. Of all the things. Woo. That was an interesting phone call. And the ironic thing is, that little kid does want to go to the school one day when he goes to college. So if I'm still working at this same school, and I see the last name show up on my list of incoming students, I'm like, do you remember decades ago when you picked up your sister's phone call. I'm that guy. Oh my god. And I told my wife this, and I told another friend this, and the friend said, you know what you should do when you have that kid in the distant future as a student? You should order Chinese food and just invite him in for Chinese food and have the conversation. Did the kid watch Dude, Where's My Car? What's that? Oh man. So that was the start of the week. And then there is another phone call story I'm debating if I should share with y'all, but I do have car related stories. Not my car. This is actually someone else's car. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna lie, with the Switch 2, I knew the Switch has better performance rate. I'm not used to how... I'm used to the lag. I'm used to the lag of the old Switch. And the old Switch, I'm so used to like doing very minute like movements to get the, you know, the action to happen. I'm not used to it with the Switch 2. The Switch 2, it's so quick that I keep jumping instead of doing the action. Copper, how are you doing? Cherry, yeah, I love Cherry too. How are you doing? Ah, dang it, I keep jumping. Can't stay long. No worries, Copper. Are you excited for the 3.0 update? Oh, I'm good with cars. Kato found out a fix with the light video you can do right now. Wait, what? Found out a fix for light video. Wait, what's going on with the... Oh, the... Wait, what? Wait, Copper, what are you talking about? Wait, Copper, what are you talking about? So, car story for y'all. I genuinely feel bad. I genuinely feel bad. Your game is lighter than it should be. Oh, how do I do that? How do I fix it? No, genuine question. How do I fix it? I hate the jumping. Oh my god. I just need to just put this down. Settings? All right, hold on. Oh, hold on. That's sleep mode. Wait, do I need... I'm gonna wait till Copper give me the full thing. Brooklyn! How you doing, Brooklyn? Brooklyn of New York. I don't even know if Brooklyn's from New York. Brooklyn, when's your birthday? Anyone that just came into chat, what's your birthdays? We're making a calendar. Obviously with different pictures. But I'm putting villagers, NPCs, like apparently Rossetti's birthday is on April 6th. Oh, you know the new villagers that are coming out into 3.0, these folks? Do y'all know what their birthday is? I couldn't find it online. Because I want to throw them into the calendar as well. But I don't know what their birthday is. January 24. Hold on, we're going to copy April. Go to January. Let's see who Brooklyn shares their birthday with. Oh, I'm sorry, Brooklyn. I'm not the biggest fan of this villager. I'm sorry, Brooklyn. I don't know who this is. Brooklyn. Hold on. Mine and the best villager is the best opinion ever. Daisy's is November 16th. Oh, Jana, are you November 16th? Hold on. November 16th, Jana. September, October, November. Happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday. We're gonna put Jana, because banana's gonna be so long. I'm just gonna put Jana B. We met Tron when you came to New York when the UK people were here. We took it. Oh yeah! Sorry. Listen. My memory's not the best. I'm sorry. I forgot we did meet. Oh, hold on. Let me take out my Switch real quick. System setting. Display. Hold on. Let me pull this up on the TV. Gaming. Uh, HDR output, turn that off. Oh, this thing? Okay, let's see. Oh, we're meeting in June or July. Let's go. Oh, it's still bright, Copper. No. Oh, scroll down. Use Janet. That's fine. All right, Janet it is. What's PAX again? Oh my god. Since I started working out, I could come to PAX as the buff Trump. If I can get in shape again. If I can get in shape again, y'all can see me buff. I'll just skip leg day. Y'all just see me as an upside down triangle. Wait, hold on. That's airplane mode. I'm just joking around, by the way, about buff Trump. It takes years to actually build a buff body. Wait, that's system. Where are we going at? Oh yeah, display. Wait, so should this be on then? And then... What am I doing? Oh, this thingy! Oh, hold on, that's bright. Hold on. Did that do it? I feel like that's something I have to play off screen. Off stream. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this off stream. My husband tried to get me to go to PAX last year, but it's not worth it for... What is PAX again? Genuine question, what is PAX again? PAX is a Penny Arcade Expo. It's a convention. Oh yeah, that's the... Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all know health insurance went up this year. Yeah, I put my wife on my health insurance, so I don't have money for PAX. If we do PAX, I will be up for it. We're gonna have to do a fundraiser. Sorry. I try not to do fundraisers for myself. I used to try to do fundraisers for like other folks in the community. But for PAX, I think I'm gonna have to do a fundraiser if I can afford tickets for PAX. Because that sounds expensive. How much are the tickets? Like $300? I will send you the short. Oh, thanks, Copper. It's in Boston. Oh, was that the issue last year too? The driving? I will honestly probably take an Uber to Boston. If you go all 4 days, yeah, about that. Ooh. I think I'll probably do the weekend, honestly. But I hope... I would like to get a list of everyone coming to PAX first. I don't want to be that guy to show up and be like, where's everybody? Alright, I guess I'll just hang out. Okay. So, looking at this map here, right? We only need to fill in, honestly... This area, the area above. Oh, it's not too bad. We just have to fill in this area because these bases will be gone soon. We're just honestly prepping. For those that are coming in late and wondering what the heck is going on, we are prepping the island for the 3.0 update, which I'm sure you all heard about at this point, for something called the Lost Race. Lost Race is a capture the flag game involving streamers and potentially most likely community members in our first go run to just test everything out. And you run around the map trying to figure out the island. Brittany will be there. Brittany, do you want a carpool? Do you want a carpool? Take a train to Connecticut and we can go there together. That's my thing. I looked on the list of official gamers going and I don't know any. Oh, there's official people coming? I would assume they should get like Nintendo Talk. They should get Froggy Cross and Kato, the big names from Animal Crossing, and big Animal Crossing announcement. Just saying. Oh, car story for y'all. So, I don't know. I'll let y'all wager in if this was my fault or not. I genuinely do feel bad, but at the same time, legally speaking, it's not my fault. But morally speaking, I think it's my fault. It's one of those gray areas. None of those were. Aw. But honestly, I would love to go I genuinely want to meet... You know, the thing is, when you were all... Everyone here was a kid, right? You know that thing that all our parents told us? Don't talk to strangers, especially not on the internet. I just want to meet everyone I met on the internet. You all. I I think honestly the whole meeting strangers on the internet kind of just went out the window for me in particular. I was like, I kind of talk to you all regularly, at minimum once a week. If not, some of you message me regularly on Discord DMs. Some of you just message through the Discord main chat. I don't know. I think the whole meeting stranger things kind of just went out the window for me. Nintendo Talk had a panel last year at Eat Pat. Oh, he did. He'll be there this year, but may not have. Oh, we can do a big giant meetup though. Just to meet everybody. Okay, so Jesus, let me. This is my only complaint about the Switch 2. The performance is so good. I'm not used to it. And I keep hopping instead of digging. One day maybe with less than 5 people. Brings, come by. I need to meet Brings one day. Brittany and I were internet strangers, and now we're friends. His panel was the slow burn late. Who named it? I don't remember. Wait, so what was Pat talking about in his panel then? Because I'm sure they introduced him as like the Animal Crossing guy. Okay, hold on. We got. Oh, this is the area we gotta fill in with the holes here. I'll be honest. I was talking to another friend, because I have a handful of friends. I'm gonna use that word loosely. I think I know more about some of y'all, and y'all know more about me than some of my, I want to say, former friends. Because there are friends I do talk to regularly, then there are friends I had in high school, in college, even some at work that I don't talk to as often as I normally would. I'm not sure if y'all feel the same way with the community. Like, there are some friends that don't know half of the stuff that's going on in my life that y'all all do. Like, you all know more about my health situation than I want to say 10 of the people I talk to. Oh man, I've dug the same hole that I've talked to in the past. Oh man, I think that's just maybe that's just me, or maybe that's everyone in the community. Because I'm sure there are streamers that everyone here watch regularly, and then there are members of said streamers community that everyone also talks to regularly. Okay, so car situation here. Oh my god, sorry. I'm not sure the mic picked that up, but my stomach is growling like crazy. Maybe somebody Brings with medical background could tell me why when you eat healthy, you get so hungry. When I ate junk food, I didn't have cravings, but every single hour I just want to eat right now. I know, Brings, you're not a doctor, but you are my doctor. And my stomach just growling. I had eggs this morning. I had a potato. I had celery, I think. It's healthy stuff. It was just, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. Probably the fat content is junk. Food keeps you feeling full. True. Apollo, can you move? Dang it. I was gonna fill in that hole. So, depends on what you eat. Protein is more filling than a salad. Maria's right. Oh, man. But protein costs more money than normal. I hate how everything's so expensive. Sorry about my ramble. All right. Okay, as I promised, story time. Where I think I'm in the wrong, looking back at it, but legally I was not in the wrong. So this is what happened. There was a day I was taking my WALK this week. You can probably figure out the timing. And there was someone that was new to the neighborhood, was lost, right? Wait, you worked for Kraft's Food? Uh-oh. Is Kraft's healthy? I would love to be able to eat green veggies. Oh my god. I need green veggies in my life. So there's someone new to the neighborhood. Got lost, right? Honked at me. And like pulled, like hard pulled and stopped in front of me. I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching so much news lately. You know, if you've been paying attention to news, all you know recently is Venezuela got captured. The president got captured by us, and by us as in the United States. and ice may have killed somebody. But not to like dance around the issue there. But and then ice is also before that has been all over the news. So when this random black car with tinted windows pulled in front of me, my first thought was, ah, crap, ice. That was my first thought. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, ah, crap, ice is here for me. But the guy rolled down the window. He was like, hey, can you help me? And then that's when my nerves calmed down a little bit. I was like, all right, this is a person that's lost. Now I want to eat mac and cheese. Oh my god, I would love mac and cheese right now. Processed foods are not healthy. Eat real food, mostly plants. Oh, it's not fun. Velveeta is tasty and easy to use, but it's made from scraps and isn't food for us. Oh, Brain, you. Oh man, Marshall is ice fishing. So there's this car that, let's say Marshall was me, right? And then the car that pulled up was like this, and then stopped and slammed its brake right next to me. So the guy was lost. I was giving him directions. It was one of those awkward situations, like you take a left here, right here, and he was like, no, this way, no. And it was a lot of back and forth. It was like a 5-minute conversation. It's like, no, take this left at this building, and then take a right at that building. I am the person, if you ask for directions, you have to, I don't use street names. I use landmarks. I don't know how y'all give directions for people that are lost, but for me, it's more of like, you're gonna go 2 blocks down, and then when you see the big giant dome, take a left, and then when you see the McDonald's, take a right. That kind of directions. I don't say like go down Park Ave, take a right on Central Lane or whatever. I'm the one that would say like, when you see Marshall, take a left. That kind of directions. So the guy was trying to get directions via street names, and I was trying to give him via landmarks. I don't think I would ask you for directions. I'm sorry, Connor. I had customers complain that Kraft cheese didn't melt like Velveeta. I don't even know what Velveeta is. Landmarks. Yeah, Magnolia's with me. All right. So when the guy understood my landmark directions, he said thank you. And I said, you're welcome. And I waved him like goodbye. And the motion in which I waved wasn't like a goodbye wave. I don't know why, but I did the motion of like, looks like you're, like when you're slapping somebody, that kind of motion, the side motion. So it looks like I was waving for him to drive off. There's another car pulling into the parking lot at that time. And when he drove off, he might have collided with the car that pulled in. Legally speaking, it was on the driver because he should have paid attention. But morally speaking, I think I did the motion and gave him the okay, cool, drive off symbol. I felt so bad. Gift from Japan. How are you doing? Happy New Year's, my friend. Yeah, I don't like mac and cheese too. Watery, it burns. I don't know when the last time I had mac and cheese was. There's a thing called Google Maps and Waze. His fault. So he did pull up his phone, Magnolia. I did say like, pull up your Google Maps or whatever direction. He's like, it's not working, and he showed it to me. It was not working. So the guy collided, and I was like, ooh. So I did that Homer Simpson thing where you backed away into like the hedge. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to be here when the police shows up, so I'm just gonna back away slowly as the guy talked to the other guy. And I backed away, and I just, W-A-L-K out of there. And then 2 blocks later, I hear horn honking from a whole different parking lot. And then I look over, there was a guy that was backing out of his parking lot, and he wasn't paying attention. There was another car behind him in the way, and that car was trying to reverse out of the way too, and the 2 cars collided. Try not to feel guilty. Magnolia, I need you. What's that thing? You have like an angel and the devil on your shoulder. I need a Magnolia on my shoulder. But I genuinely felt bad. I was like, the guy should have paid attention. But I did do the motion to like, yeah, just go. Just go. Conscience? Yeah, the conscience. Gift, I hope you had a good start to New Year. Excited for the 3.0 update? We're prepping the island right now. We're almost done. It looks like a mess, but we're almost done. We're just filling in the watery holes. Conscience, yeah. I need Magnolia as my conscience. Oh my god. Can you imagine Magnolia as my inner voice when I'm reaching for that donut? Because I'm going to cave at one point. Because next week, it's a full-on busy week for school because that's where every school classes start and there's chaos everywhere. I know someone's going to bring in treats. And I just need Magnolia in my ear. Just need to hire Magnolia on 24/7 phone call next week. Just to be in my ear. I'm like, Trong, don't take that donut. As I'm reaching for it, it's like, you don't need that donut, Trong. Take that donut. Don't get it out of your mouth. Spit it out. Taste it, but spit it out. Antics and I have that conversation. You need it once in a while to treat yourself. Yeah, true. So here's the thing about my personality. I feel like once I give in, I just give in. So I try not to reward myself with that stuff. One donut to rule them all. One, not six. I feel like Maurice referencing something. But once I get that one donut, I can't stop. It's like, all right, put it this way. Yesterday I ate that baby bag of that bag of baby carrots, right? That bag was supposed to be enough serving for 6 people, and I was only gonna have a few. I ended up eating the whole entire bag in the 8-hour workday. I feel like that's gonna be me with the donuts. But we aren't allowed to eat in front of patients. Oh, Sword. Wait, that's what you do now, Sword? 'Cause last time we talked, I think you were working at how can I say it? Pharmaceutical place. Without saying what you did. Yeah, if that's your person, don't reward yourself that way. Just don't cut everything at once. I went cold turkey, Brings. I went cold turkey. I am craving so much sweets right now. All I'm thinking about on the WALK this morning was donuts, marshmallow, s'mores. Oh my god, cakes, burgers, oh my god, French fries. I just want the savory sweet potato French fries from McDonald's with the Wendy's burgers and the Burger King onion rings. Oh man. I think we need a break. I need to drive to the store. I bought donuts yesterday. That's Mama Cat outside helping. Yeah, they changed. Oh man. Nope. Been at the iClean for a little over a year now. Hey, let's go. Change the type of sweets and carbs and don't do it. Oh, that's my weakness is food. That is my one weakness. If y'all ever need to kidnap me, just leave a trail of food and I will follow gladly. I feel like you need to give it a month at least for sugar and then it gets easier. Yeah. What's that rule of thumb? If you want to make something a habit, I was told by a lot of psychologists in like the psychology department that you need to do it for 2 weeks straight. Once you do something for 2 weeks straight, and then from the 2 weeks straight, it goes into a month. At that month, it becomes like a really hard habit to break. So I just need to survive, like Sproutsy said, for that month. But ideally, the first 2 weeks, and I can celebrate. You can eat an apple or grapes for this. Oh, this true. I did have an apple this morning. It's not the same. It's not the same sugary sweet though. At least 2 weeks, yeah. 21 days, Magnolia says. Specifically 2 weeks. Ah. Roll out. Oh, is the song out? Yes, sorry, we're rolled. But one thing I do want to do for the 3.0 loss race is this. I am putting money to the side because I know I'm not a big channel and I don't think I ever will be. I am putting money aside because I would love to get sponsors for one day for an event, but I'm going to come out of pocket for this one. The prize pool, I want to put up a prize pool, like an actual cash prize for a loss race. And I think what I'm going to do is for first place in the next tournament, the big tournament, the first place winner gets $100. And then second place would get 50. And then third place would get like 25. I think if I budget that enough for that prize pool, I can afford to do that. So I think what's gonna happen is when we officially announce the Lost Race, after we get the 3.0 update, it's gonna be a bit though, like a few months. I'll see how much money I have, and we can do a little prize pool. The only thing I'm wondering is if I have to make any do anything legally speaking with the money if I give away money. I genuinely don't know, because I know streamers have to take their time off the day to participate in events, and I think every single streamer also has a Ko-Fi donation link, so I can easily just boom price. Yeah, because most of the events when you participate, because look at all events, like from the ones that Pat does, EJ, Crunchy Island, is usually like in-game rewards. We never actually have like a cash prize. So I would love to do that. So I can do the typical marketing thing. I hate this technique, but it works. I know why people do it. It works. Instead of like $100 a person, because it's teams of 3, I could say 300. I could say like $300 cash prize for the winning team. Instead of it be like realistically $100 a person. But the 300 makes it look like it's a really big deal. So 300 for the winning team, 150 for the second place team that makes it to the finals, and then third place gets $75. That looks a lot more than $100 for the individual winning person, and then 50. No, what was that to say again? $100, $50 for second place, and 25 for third place. So use code. Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Like, definitely. Anytime I make a donation over $5, like occasionally I'll gift memberships to streamers and stuff through their platforms, but for anything over like $20 is definitely Ko-Fi. Y'all, I got lightheaded just now. I genuinely just got very lightheaded just now. Hold on, let me get some water. I was gonna try and crank out 3 hours today. We might cut it short. Oh man, my stomach is growling. Hold on, give me a second. Let me just check in on something. Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna try push it for another 30 minutes because I generally do want to put the fences down. And it doesn't help that these maybe some hot tea. Oh, hot tea. It's been an hour. Oh, sorry. Wait, you'll hear when I show the blood results. Oh, Marshall, no worries. You don't have to. You generally don't have to. The way I've been looking at my finances is not the best, but but I know everyone I talk to, we all are, you know, people are either struggling or just barely making it, and then some people maybe are living comfortably just enough. And I don't know, I feel bad when, even for like the Switch 2, I still appreciate the donations, by the way, from everyone. But I don't know. My heart goes out to everybody, especially in these times. Because when you're just looking at the economy, you honestly, if you look the way everything's going, it's not going the best right now. Welcome to the club. Oh, sorry, you didn't see the blood results? Yeah, I have high cholesterol. My house expenses are 2/3 of my income. Rent, yeah, same. I don't think I'm gonna get a Switch 2 just yet. Yeah, it's pricey. I'll be honest, I'm very fortunate that Sheila Marshall and the anonymous donor donated for the Switch 2. If not, I think I'll just be still playing with the Switch 1 right now. But yeah, it's like my heart. I wish, you know, like when the big Powerball in America was going out, I think with the lottery was like $1 billion for the prize, right? I actually did the math out. I was like, oh my god. I knew what, you know how people would say like I'll buy cars and stuff. I already did the math out. Can I show y'all? Like, I don't think you realize how much money it is to win the lottery, and I was like, I really hope. I know the chance of it is really slim, but imagine, this is what you could easily do like from $1 billion, right? Hold on. That's $1 billion. After taxes, it's probably realistically 600 million. If play it safe, you're getting $400 million. I don't know how people. This is so much money. If you want $1 billion in America, you have to pay taxes, right? That's so like if I buy a brand spanking new car for me and my wife, that's what, 50K each. That's $100,000. You pay off my house. I have, I think, $210,000 left to pay off my house. Repair the house. I remodel it. That's another like I'm talking like everything get remodeled. 500K. Look at all that money. I told my wife, I was like, if we get this much, like everyone I know is getting at minimum $25,000, and that includes you all. So I named everybody that normally sees in chat, all my friends, even with 25K, that's $2 million. I was like, how? I would donate so much money, and then I probably would set aside 100 mil for retirement, just like standard investments, and let that money grow. I would hold so many events, y'all, and donate so much money. Because I look at like people that win all these lottery tickets, and it's like, at a certain point, when you have that much money, right? What do you do with it? Like, imagine someone just handed you $1 million right now. You probably know what to spend on it. 10 million, you probably know what to spend on it. When you get to $100 million, it's like, what do you do with that money? When he starts adding zero surprise pools, well, no. Sproutsy. Honestly, I would love to just do lost races and invite everybody, where everyone guaranteed to get some kind of money. But the lottery tickets aren't too expensive, so that is my guilty thing. I am spending money, and I made a habit of it in December. So like once a week, I would take $2 and buy one Powerball ticket, hoping I would get something. $1 million is like nothing in the United States right now. Like, yeah, but that's why I said, oh my god, my throat. Like 10 million, I think is ideally where a lot of people would like. But once you get to 100 million, you really have to think like, wow, that's a lot of money. And then for people that ends up with like 200 million, 300 million, there's a certain point where it's just like, what do you do with that money? You know? That's a house here before, you know, like the houses in my area in Connecticut, depending on where you want to live, is anywhere from at least, I want to say 700,000, maybe $500,000 for a fixer-upper, all the way into like the millions. It's like the houses in my area, and that's in Connecticut. And Connecticut is one of the richer, not richer states, expensive states. It's right behind Boston, Cali, New York. Yeah, I know New York, the houses are even more expensive depending on the area you live in. Oh man, but oh, look at the apple! Look at that delicious apple! Oh my god, I've been at this for 2 days. I just need 10 more days of not eating sweets. And then after the 10 days will be 14 more days, and it'll become habit, right, y'all? Right, yeah. And what doesn't help is right behind me is a bag of chips and Cheetos and stuff I didn't eat. Oh. Alright, we're gonna change topic. Somebody talk about something else. Because all I'm thinking about now is food. But yeah, things are very expensive right now. Isn't there like chemical things with sugar that makes it addictive? I think so. You know, so funny, in college, everyone always talks about like, you know, you drink at parties like alcohol and stuff, and some people would smoke. I don't know if I have an addictive personality, and I didn't want to risk it, so that's why I never drank or smoked. Wait, am I allowed to talk about like the one time I did drink an adult beverage? Think about how expensive those chips are, and you won't want them. True. Those are like $8 bags for the chips. I'm going to in 2 weeks to look for my Jeep. What car is that? That sounds like a nice car. Hold on. We're gonna look this up. Oh no, I was gonna read that book later. Jeep Gladiator. I could not see an alcohol. I only drank it once. Oh, Marshall, are you gonna do the ducky thingies? You know, the Jeeps? If you get the ducks, I have one of my coworkers has a Jeep. If you never had a Jeep before, for anybody that wants to get a Jeep, I think there's tradition where you put little rubber ducks on the cars. They leave horrible suction marks. Jeep duck suction marks. Spend the $10-$20 on Amazon to get a mat to put on your dash if you want to do the ducks, because these suction ducks, they leave these like craters in the dash because of the sun and the heat and everything. So get the rubber mats or something for the ducks. Just my life advice for anybody, for Marshall, for anybody that gets a Jeep, just to preserve the dash so there's like no moon craters from in there. Bertree, how are you doing? I'm breathing. Me too. Bertree, I'm not healthy. I'm sick apparently. I have high cholesterol. Chips are more expensive per ounce than meat. Really? That's good to know, Marie. I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind. Took a shot of vodka and thought it was about to throw up and die at the same time. At my first job, one of my first roles at the job was to fundraise, right? So we went to this fundraiser where it was multi-millionaires in this room, and you had the poor old me, broke me, in the same room, right? So someone broke out a bottle, and I was I wasn't 18. I was like 22 at this time, and they were it was this expensive wine, and I found out. I took a sip of it. My boss handed me a cup, right, or a glass or whatever this was of this wine. I took a sip of it. It was the nastiest thing on earth. It was so nasty. I poured it next to the tree next to me, and my boss says, "What the F did you do, drunk?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "That tasted nasty." And she was like, "That was a $15,000 bottle of wine you just like sampled and threw out." In my head, I didn't say it all. I was like, "Who would spend 15 grand on this bottle?" There was, in my head, I was like, "There's so much more you can do than 15K on wine." Oh, Brings loves it. But the one time I did have it in college. No, I did have it twice. I'm thinking back to it. I had it in college once, and I had it with my wife and friends once. The time in college, I locked myself in the bathroom because this is what my friends told me because I don't remember this night. I drank, I think it was like 2 bottles, like 2 cans or whatever. I locked myself in the bathroom. It was a college party because I was like, screw it. I'm in college. I'm about to graduate. I should drink once. Y'all, if y'all were at the party, I locked myself in the bathroom. I called you all one at a time and counseled everybody. It became a therapy session. So I would call like, Sword, come here. Lock the door. How's life? And after Sword left, I was like, Bertree, come here. How's life going? That was me in college when I drank the first time. I gave life advice to everybody. It was just, I was like, Michelle, come here. How's life going? That was drunk me. And now that's my career. So that's where you're trying to accomplish the, oh yeah, I'm trying to hide all the water so we can actually put the fence down. Oh man. Sword, no. I had some crazy, I'm not sure if I shared with y'all about the time I got put on handcuffs in college. Did I tell y'all about that time? I got handcuffed in college. FTT's life sounds like fun. Been sober for 20. Yeah, I'm Marshall. Let's go. I'm a lightweight. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you wanna know how lightweight I am? I had This is the time I went to Philadelphia with my wife and our two friends. I had half a bottle. I had half a bottle of Corona. All right, half a bottle of Corona. Just half. I was so confused when I was trying to find the male's bathroom. I was in the women's bathroom yelling, where the heck are the urinals? That's how light of a weight I am. I'm sober because I can't afford booze or potato chips. I'm sorry. Yep. I'm no longer a heavyweight for alcohol. I used to be. Still drink whiskey on a regular basis. I have no idea what that is. I'll be honest. I heard it. I don't know the difference between still. Most of the people have explained this to me. I still don't understand the difference between beer, whiskey, vodka, and what else? Whatever. Wine. Whatever else there are. Yeah. It's strong. I don't know the difference. Genius. Alcohol by volume. Still don't understand it, but if you are new to the channel, or if I never shared the story with y'all, back in college, I had a roommate situation that led to another roommate situation. Not sure if y'all. I feel like I told the story. Did I tell the story before about my roommate situation? I think I would prefer mint lemon. Oh, that sounds good. Lemonade. Beer is lighter than wine, which is lighter to vodka, gin, whiskey. So one stronger than the other. Okay, strength. But how's the taste? Mama, I love everyone sober for 10 years. Magnolia, thank you for coming by. Wait, Magnolia, before you leave, when's your birthday? Magnolia, when's your birthday before you leave? When's your birthday? When's your birthday, Magnolia? And everyone else in chat too that came in. When's your birthday? We're doing a little birthday chart for a printable calendar. For a printable calendar. When's your birthday? So we can throw your names in there. So, not sure if everyone knows the story. So while we wait for birthdays, if anybody wants to share their birthdays. Well, beer is easier to drink because it doesn't have that rubbing alcohol feeling. Ugh. I think that's what bothered me when I first tried it. I prefer not to share, but... Oh, okay. No worries. Magnolia, if I ask again, just ignore me. But thank you for coming by the stream. Because me and my memory, I probably will ask again, and if you just ignore me. It'll dawn on me. I was like, oh yeah, you told me not to ask. All right, so those that don't know the story, in college, my first roommate ever, did voodoo. All right, with all due respect to everyone that practiced voodoo, if anybody here does practice voodoo, this is the first time I ever experienced. This is 18 in college. So let me finish the water over here. So I had a triple. By triple, I meant I had one roommate and then I had another roommate. One roommate didn't practice voodoo, the other one did. And then one day, to keep it very short with the story, said roommate with the voodoo, I woke up with him on top of me sprinkling water and chanting something, right? And I shared this with my other roommate. And so one day when that voodoo roommate was in class, me and my other roommate, we broke the rules. We broke into his chest, his little black chest in the back of the room, and we saw dolls of us with needles in there. Needless to say, I said goodbye to my other roommate, and I requested I get moved to a different room promptly, and the school was understandably okay with that. The other roommate was so pissed off at me. Every time he sees me, he's like, Trung, you left me. I was like, you could have left too. You could have left too, but you chose to stay. I don't know why. You chose to stay. You could have left. So they put me with this other guy, right? When I was with this other guy, I only lived with him for 3 days. In those 3 days, Y'all know from all my stories I share, I eat a lot. Like I am hungry all the time, right? But I've never been this hungry in my life for these 3 days. I have really bad anxiety attacks and OCD. I have to have my herbal meds or it could get really bad, but I totally support sobriety for anybody that needs it. Ooh, I'm sorry, Bertree. Speaking of herbal meds, in this roommate situation for the 3 days, I got really, really hungry, and I didn't understand why. Some of y'all are probably catching on why I was really, really hungry. One day, when I went back to my dorm, the new one, after class, there was campus security, there was the police from the city, there was state police from Connecticut at my dorm room. And then one of the officers walked up to me and said, "You Trong?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "Put your hands behind your back." And this is the first and only time I've ever been in handcuffs. I was like, what is going on? So long story short, the new roommate I had, he was not only the drug dealer for the campus, he was the drug dealer for a good portion of the state. And I was being detained at the time under suspicion of affiliation. Yeah, I was so scared. I was so scared. But yeah, I had the munchies. You got it, Mama Cat. I had the big time munchies. And I'm feeling that munchie needs right now. I'm so hungry. The cop, he took some of the found evidence, put it that way, and they put in this little jar and shook it. They said the darker it is, the stronger it is. That thing, I remember to this day, that jar he shook was pitch black. You know what my new roommate said in front of all the cops to me? Man, if I known it was that strong, I would have sold it for more. I did the... Why are you saying that right now? Thankfully, the president of the university ran down at the event and had them take their handcuffs off of me because he said I just moved in recently and I would not have known about this. I was like, thank God. Thank God. Oh man, you're thirsty? Have hot water? I have water next to me. I think my wife's gonna make lunch in a bit. Maybe in the future. I don't know how to say your name. I don't know how to say your name, but welcome on in. Right now, we're gonna wrap up stream actually in a bit because I am actually getting really lightheaded and hungry right now. But at least I wanted to get this portion set so that way we can do this next week. Woo. So this is the goal. So next Saturday, I'm gonna have more of the island flattened. I should have the calendar set. So if anybody wants to get added to it, and we'll probably go around and take pictures with this. And then, oh, you know what we could do for the calendar? Happy 2026 Lost Race 3.0. And you know what we could do? Is have the pictures be of all of us in different stations around the island with hints of where the flowers are. It could be a hint for anybody that does the Lost Race. And then we could put down, what you call it? I'll put down the fences, and then by next Saturday we can actually start designing bases for these three. I guess I could secure this guy fairly sooner. These two though, I gotta still get the amiibo. All right, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I am so hungry. Hold on. Do I have it in me to keep going for a little bit more? I still. Oh man. Hold on. Let's see how much more of the island we have left. But I hope everyone's excited for the 3.0 update, though. If it wasn't for my hunger, go eat. No. Hold on, we can do. Because my wife still has to cook stuff. I have been banned from the kitchen for my, what's the word I'm thinking of? What's that word that you can describe lucky? How unlucky he is in accident prone. Grab a banana. Sproutsy. All it's my pantry is all the chips and stuff. Don't let them do that to you. Learn to cook. I want to. Oh man. Oh wait, hold on. We need to move this around here. So this is gonna be the ladder. And I'm trying to get my my memory back in order with where I had everything aligned. Uh-oh. What was this one then? Wait, that was the watering can when I actually did watering. And this, yep, there was the slingshot. Hey, do me a favor, try not to use caps lock so much. I read it as it's like you're screaming. Bye, Bertree. Gotta go take care and safe. Dropping more. No worries. Life has been busy for all of us. I appreciate when, even when you drop by like once a month, I still appreciate it, or even once a year for that matter. There's a lot of updates. I'll be lying to you if I knew exactly what everything's going on in 3.0. The only thing I knew for a fact that's happening in 3.0 is more people can visit your island as long as everyone has a Switch too, and there's more items. Hold on, we gotta redo this stuff here. Here's my issue with cooking. My first time I tried to cook was chicken, and that was in high school with 3 of my friends. And it was for an international food fest in my high school. None of us knew how to cook, and at the time in high school, Google wasn't like a readily available thing. It was like a new thing being developed. So, that being said, we had to, go to the library and use the Dewey Decimal System and actually try to find a cookbook, right? There's a reason I'm sharing this with you all. We followed the instructions how to cook chicken. Not me. One of my genius friends in high school decided that he was going to be in charge of measuring the temperature of the chicken. We didn't know you're supposed to stick the thermometer onto the chicken. He only put the thermometer on the chicken's skin, and because of that, let's just say the following day after the event, for a mysterious reason, the assistant principal, half of the staff, the school nurse, and for the first time ever, half of the student body, more than half of the student body, was out sick, and nobody could figure out why. And then when we shared that story, and then we asked, and one of my friend's mom asked us how we made the chicken, and we told her, she face palmed really hard, and she said, "You morons," quote, "gave the whole school food poisoning." And us morons looked at her and said, "What's food poisoning?" Because us kids, we played video games, and we're thinking poison, like snake poison and stuff. And we're like, yo, who put snake in the chicken meat? We were idiots. How old were we in high school? Like 12 years old, 13? We were idiots. And everyone I talk to when I start cooking, I share that story, and then everyone's very quickly to judge and say, yeah, maybe he shouldn't be touching utensils. And then there was this time before I met my wife. So this is recently, like around 12, 13 years ago, I want to say. I was dating somebody else, right? And she was under the weather. She was very under the weather one day. And, trying to be the good boyfriend I was at the time, I said, I can try and make you something. And she was like, oh, I can make some chicken noodle soup, please. So Google was around this time. I looked up a video. And I used her, because I was at her house, I made her chicken noodle soup. And I burnt a lot of stuff. Food safety needs to be taught. Yes, they do. I don't trust people cooking anymore. So I made her chicken noodle soup. I don't remember how, but it was a 2-hour struggle. So with that 2-hour struggle, I made her the soup, right? I didn't know how to clean the pots and pans properly. I took a knife and I started scraping her pots and pans. And later I found out that was her good pots and pans. I didn't even know what good pots and pans means. Yeah. So my experience with cooking is not that good. Not mom taught me how to fry an egg when I was 8. I still don't know how to do that, Mama Cat. I genuinely don't know. I tried cracking an egg once and the shell went everywhere. I don't know how you go. I would wash this with a it was the scraping of the stuff that was stuck. I didn't know you're supposed to use oil. Okay. Next time, whoever I meet up with and we hang out in person, can someone give me a cooking lesson? Please. I need like hands-on lesson. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it quits. I am very, very hungry, y'all. Like my mind blanked out multiple times here. I will see you all in chat of other streamers on Thursday. And we will stream on Saturday at Rose Rocks. Thanks for coming by. We're actually ending stream. I'm getting hungry. But if you can come by next Saturday, I think we're starting stream and will be a longer stream around 11-ish. I am taking my mom shopping that morning. So we should be starting stream around 11:30 next Saturday. It'll be a much longer stream. And I will have snacks nearby so you can hear me crunch. Rose, I am good. I am very, very hungry. No kidding. No kidding. Cooking school stream. I would love that. Oh my god, can we go? Oh, Marie, can I fly over and we stream at your place and teach me how to cook? Christian Krista. Oh my god. 55 minus 25. It's something. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna plan the island, get everything prepped, and for those that are coming in, finish off the calendar. It'll be a physical calendar with all the villagers, all the NPCs from Tom Nook to people we never heard of, like whoever this is. I genuinely didn't know who that was. Get that calendar prepped with everyone's names on there. So Rose, if you want to share your birthday, I'll put your name on here and we'll get it printed for a few folks. A few lucky folks. We'll put names on wheels. Just want to say, Rose, thank you for coming by. I hope you've been well. Sorry, my mind is fading. November 19th. Okay, hold on. We'll do that real quick. That's how we're gonna end stream. We're gonna put Rose on here. November. Oh man, November's all the way down here. Clearly, we're not done yet. Rose shares their birthday with whoever this is. Whatever. So Rose Rocks. Take it easy, John. Poke me anytime with health stuff, even if I'm just a PT. Dr. Brings. Non-official, not a doctor. I do rock. Rose Rock. Is that why you got your name? Oh, man. But, all right. 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time or 11:30, depending on when I get back. I love it too, Rose. And then we'll do a calendar giveaway if this is done. Well, we'll do a lot of stuff next Saturday. I'll actually plan it out. And then, but I will catch everybody in your stream on Thursday. Look forward to your reactions. And then I'll talk to y'all soon. I'm going to go get food because I am zoning out. I've been working a little job. Oh, I can't read. That's how zoned out I am. I've been working a little job while you chat. I'll shoot you in Discord. Drink your water. Thanks, Marie. All right, y'all. Deuces. See y'all next week. Bye. Don't forget to like the stream and subscribe. Bye.